Hey, what is up mortals, it is Robo Celestial here, and before we get into today's video, I would like to remind you all that this is a new channel, please like, comment and subscribe to get this channel going. Part 4 of What If Deku Had Boosted Gear from DxD. If you haven't watched the previous parts, I recommend you do, links in the description below. Last episode, Class A all dress out and head out to the field for a quirk assessment. Anazawa explains that they'll be doing multiple physical tests and whoever does the worst gets expelled. Deku does very well on all the tests and gets a first place, which means Mineta gets expelled. Deku also learns more about the previous user of boosted gear and the user's capabilities and also the evil peace system. Next day, All Might do a drill with Class 1, which the drill was the villains will guard a nuclear weapon they intend on deploying and the heroes must stop their scheme. If the heroes capture the villains or reach the nuclear core before time runs out, they win. If the villains manage to keep the nuclear core for the whole time or they capture the heroes, they win. Everyone picks a paper and Deku gets a match with a Choco and they go against Bakago and Lydia in the first round. Deku waits out Bakago enough for him to overpower him and then rushes to a Choco to help with the weapon. Deku comes up with an idea that he'll distract Lydia and give a Choco enough time to touch Lydia, making him float and capture the weapon. They proceed the plan and it works just as planned. The next day, Anazawa explains that they'll be going to the USJ, but All Might will not be there because he's late. They get on the bus and a Choco gets close, to which makes Deku face turn red and asks, is there really a dragon in there? Drag says, of course am I dragon, if I wasn't sealed I could easily destroy the world if I wanted to. Kirishima says, doesn't that kinda make you sound like a villain? Drag says, dragons choose to be good or evil, so I could be either if I wanted. As the sound of the bus stops, they arrive at the USJ, where they meet 13, which she begins to explain the domain and why they're here. But suddenly a portal appears, which a bunch of villains. Deku actives his gear boost. Anazawa starts fighting a bunch of villains to protect the students. They are confused why the alarms didn't go off, but then Shota says someone's quirk must be jamming the alarms and 13 protect the students and head to the exist. I'll hold them off. Meanwhile, All Might is with the principal and actually takes his advice, and because of this, he comes way later. Shota launches ice, taking out many of the weaker villains. Kurogiri manages to slip by the erasure hero and confronts 13 and the students before their retreat. He asks them where All Might is, and then Katsuki and Ijiro suddenly attack him. He evades their explosive assault and then uses his quirk to warp the class and scatter them across the various regions of the USJ facility. Deku has boosted about 3 times. Deku is on a boat with Tsuyu. They try to think what to do, and then Deku, you jump and I'll launch an attack causing a whirlpool to take out the villains. They execute the plan and Froppy jumps with Deku in her tongue. Deku powers up a dragon shot boost, which hits the water, making an even bigger whirlpool than the original. Lydia is with 13 and the other students. 13 tells Lydia to escape the USJ and get help. Lydia does so usefully with the help of his classmates. Tamura knows their plan is ruined if the pro heroes show up. Tsuyu watch Anazawa gets his elbows decayed by Tamura and Deku feels like he should help and jumps in. Tsuyu says, stop, you're going to get yourself killed. Deku tries to punch the Namu boost, but little to no effect. The Namu launches several punches, badly injuring Deku. Deku on the ground bleeding a bit. He tells Drag that he needs more power, if he doesn't people will die. Tamura commands the Namu to get Deku. Drag says, yes, it does seem you're in a disadvantage right now, so I'll let you get a glimpse of my true power. To active your balance breaker, you must think about what you desire the most, so it will react to my gear since I respond to the user desire and emotions. Deku thinks about his desire of being the #1 hero and being the protector of the people. Namu is about to land the finishing blow when suddenly, Deku uses his dragon shot to push himself sideways and gets up. Drake says, perfect partner, now unleash those desires and emotions. Deku does as so, and dark red aura starts appearing around him. It glows brighter and brighter until the point it's a straight beam that can be seen from all over the USJ. Shoto says it almost feels like his power is increasing by the second. Drake says, Welsh dragon balance breaker. The beam fades and Deku is covered in red dragon armor with 2 green gems in the middle of both of his hands, feet, and 1 big one on his chest. He has a red tail with a helmet with green eyes and 2 yellow spikes coming from the sides of his mouth and some coming from his arms, legs, and shoulder. Deku asks Drake, how long will this form last and what can it do? He says, because of your training you can maintain the incomplete form for up to 5 minutes. All your physical abilities are enchanted, and you're now able to boost without the 10-second grace period. Tamura is taken back by this and tells the Namu to attack again. Deku powers up and charges at the Namu. Boost, 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 boost. Slamming the Namu, but yet again no effect. The Namu punches him back, breaking his chest armor, but it repairs by itself. Deku powers up even more still in the struggle, with the Namu starting to get a tiny bit of the upper hand. Boost, 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 X11 boost. Which moves the Namu couple inches away. Everyone, and even the villains, are just stunned by watching this fight. Bakago says, what power, how can he have this much boost, 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 booster, damn bastard. Deku leaps back as the Namu charges back. He charges a dragon shot, boost, 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 and launches the attack, which goes straight through the Namu, flying towards the back of the USJ. Exploding red light appear with debris from the attack. It destroys the other side, effused completely with a large crater. Tamura is scared by this, but gains back his demeanor. The smoke clears up, and the Namu is regeneration so fast that Deku can't do anything. Deku and Drag are surprised it can regen. They get ready as the Namu is about to attack. They exchange fist back and forward, boost, 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 similar to All Might versus the Namu. Deku lands a couple of good blows but starts to be overpowered and his losing stamina. He gets hit by one attack, then gets jabbed by more and more until the final blow knocking him away. He lands on his feet but then falls to his knees exhausted. He asks Drake what's happening. Drake says, you've hit your boosting limit and the failsafe is about to take away your balance breaker if you keep it up. Anyways, your time is about to run out. You will lose your boost multipliers unless you give it to someone, but more importantly, look out. Deku is about to get slammed by the Namu until All Might arrives, dispatching multiple villains on the way, and grabs Deku before anyone can see. All ask Deku if he's alright. Deku says, yes, I'm going to transfer my powers to you, which will make you stronger so you won't struggle against the Namu. All Might says, you can do that. Wow, that's kinda like my core. Drig says, enough of the chit chat, this power will last for a short amount of time to use it to the best. All Might says alright, and Deku gives his powers to All Might. Transfer. Deku goes out of his balance breaker on the floor. He tells All Might go get that Namu, which All Might smiles. All Might have glowing green and red energy around him. He says, thanks for the pass, young Midoriya, I feel amazing, almost like I'm in my prime. Now, let's finish this quick. All Might runs so fast that the Namu can't even see him. He punches the Namu, sending back, and runs up to it, saying, hey villain, have you ever heard these words? Go beyond plus a DE Ultra. Sending the Namu flying and completely gets disintegrated, destroying almost all of the USJ, sending shock waves and dust which blows everyone back, and the ground shakes like an earthquake for miles. Tamura takes this time to retreat but gets his ear shot off by Snipe, and Snipe also shoots 2 bullets at the villain's earphone. Jack, Momo, and Denkai were fighting. The dust clears and Deku's power that he gave to All Might fades away, stands smiling, knowing that the teachers are here. The teachers get the students and Anazawa all to safety. All Might forgets about the main goal, too busy on the students, and sees Tamura leaves and says this isn't over yet and fades away into the portal. Later, Tamura runs into All For One and explains what happened. All For One says it's one lost, no biggie, but we'll get them next time. Tamura falls asleep thinking about what happened today and his hatred towards that boy and All Might. He awakens in a white dimension. A bright white object appears. Tamura asks meanly, who are you, what do you want? The white object says, I am the one you need to defeat that boy you're thinking about. Tamura says, are you part of the heroes or something, using your quirk to fool with me? The white object says, no, I come from a realm where the gods, demons, devils, the creator of the Bible, and even Satan. I will let you my power to your desires. You seem like a strong person. Tamura says, what's the catch, and who the hell are you, tell me now? The white object says, I am the White Dragon Emperor, the rival of the Welsh dragon or that boy. There is no catch to this at all, I'm trying to help you with your goal. Tamura agrees and the dream fades away. He wakes up to a white gauntlet on his hand. The gauntlet says, I am Albion, nice to meet you, partner. Tamura asks, so, are you a quirk or not? Albion says, I have no idea what that is, but I'm not one. Tamura doesn't believe him and asks One For All to try to take his quirk away. All For One tries, but He can't. All for One is shocked by this, he never has been not able to take quirk. All for One asked Tamura and Ably and interesting explain how you got this power and what are your powers and also what are your abilities. They start talking to one another giving details about their worlds and how their power work. After a long chat All for One says well this is one of kind of power surely be enough to take down All Might.